Hello everyone. Phoenix61 here with another video for New World Aeternum, another material gathering guide, so to speak. Today we are hunting for iron, and it will zoom out of the map where I am at. We are in this Windsward area, basically down middle bottom of the map, and this settlement right here called Corinth City is probably the easiest place to start at. And then we are on the south side of the settlement here. And basically, for iron, if you didn't know this, like at least for my experience, is this is kind of the area that we're going to be going around in, is kind of where my cursor is here. But this sort of medium brown color that you can see here is typically where I've been finding iron, at least in my experience, right? Not to be confused with like this lighter tan color over here, right? Like, so that's kind of where I've been experiencing it, right? So if you run into an issue where there's a lot of people in the area that we're about to explore, I've gone over here to the left a little bit where this Peril Brook area is and had some success just kind of meandering over there. But this is kind of where I'm finding the most concentrated clusters of iron veins. So as I come out the capital, typically I go off to the right over here, and there's a bunch of cut down trees, which is usually not a good sign. Sometimes that means there's a lot of people out here, but there's a bunch of pigs there. Feel free to harvest those. There are also a lot of wolves here. But this route, and when I do it on my own, I am like just grabbing everything. I'm spending tons of times. I'll kill every wolf I see and skin them and all that other fun stuff. But I won't do that here. We'll kind of go and focus on the iron most of the time. But around this first, chunk of rock here is our first couple of iron veins. And then I am going to put this handy dandy map up here. So this is the area that we are in. And I have used, the coveted poop emojis, and I color coded them accordingly, right? So the brown ones are going to be your iron veins. And then I'll show you exactly which one we're at right now too. The brown ones are going to be your iron veins. The sort of lighter blue ones are silver. The orange ones are gold. There is a dark blue, blue, neon blue one in there that is there's two little chunks of star metal that you can get along the route that I like to take here as well. So yeah, feel free to drop a like on the video or save this one so that you can come back and use this map at your leisure. But what I'll do is I'll show you, because some of these are kind of hard to find even with that map. But so here we are on the map ourselves, right? So this is the first cluster that I like to start at. And then, so we got these two here. And then if you take a left here, just around the corner is where another nearby one is. But yeah, that way you can come back to that view. But like I said, some of these are kind of, in like hard to find places. And these ones in particular, right, like that are in like a lot of vegetation, like sometimes those are hard to find. But I'll show you here, we're starting out kind of low here, right? We've only mined those couple of branches and we're at 162 iron ore already. But yeah, so we'll go back to where kind of the first one was right there, and then we're going to go up to this next sort of, these big rocks here, and we're going to climb up on top of them. So I'll show you, we'll get up to here. This is where I like to climb up. I'll show you real quick on the map here where that point is, right? So basically once you go and you've kind of seen where to grab all of these, then you could probably use my cheat sheet poop emoji map, right? And I thought there was maybe one more over here, but there's one, at least that one there. And then just keep going along, just stay on top of this thing while you move around the outside of it here. And then there's a couple more down here. Yep, I can see one there. And the sun is going down, so it's going to get dark on my instance here, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, there's one there that we just said, and then there's one here on the edge as well, right? So we'll take another quick peek at the map here, show you where that is, right? So the edge of that rock. So we're just kind of moving around the outside for now. But now we're going to go towards this little lake here, and there are several, I think there's 3 deposits around the outside of this lake. So the first one is here. We will grab these. And you can see, yeah, you can even see across the way. There's one there, and then we showed the other one. But yeah, so we're right there at that point in the map. So I'm going to grab these real quick. And I think there's we've already passed a few that were already like mined, right? So we're we're missing out, but now we're already up to 252, even with the, you know, with the couple that we've, missed or were already mined by someone else, right? Yeah, there's tons and tons of these wolves around here. Like I said, I typically grab them and skin them, and even if you're not doing leather working, right, you could go and just sell the hide. Yeah. And then, yeah, there's all sorts of other, you can see these, water plant things, right? You can harvest those too, but here we are on the map again. We will move around. And it's quite possible I didn't get every single one of these marked too, but we'll grab the ones. These are the ones that I like typically grab. And honestly, like my strategy in this area is, for the most part, I don't do this, when it's me, I'm not always just doing this circle route that I'm going to show here. Most of the time, I'm literally just kind of wandering around aimlessly within this area and just grabbing wolves for their skin, harvesting trees here and there, harvesting rocks. The next one's going to be up by this fast travel station, so I'm going to put a marker about where I think it is. Grabbing another wolf. I'm still just habitually just killing them and grabbing them. The other thing too that I'm doing here is I'm trying to upgrade my life staff, right? So I'm using, this is a lower level area, right? Like super easy lower level area. So I'm just working on upgrading weapons that I don't have all the way upgraded. But yeah, if you take a right from where I put that marker down, there is a little farm over here. There's lots of squash and some other stuff, but the key thing here that I like to grab if it's available is these strawberries. There's at least these 2 patches of strawberries here, and those go for last time I sold them, they were like 25 coin each for a strawberry at the trading hall. So grab those. But there's also blueberries, cabbage, corn, some other stuff up here. So if this, if I notice that this hasn't been pillaged lately, I'll come up here and grab it, or grab all the stuff, and I'll just grab everything. And then if I don't need it myself, I'll sell it. But then I'd like to incorporate, some stockpiles and chests and stuff as well, just because you're going to get a lot of crafting materials and stuff out of that, right? So there's that sweet arcane farm, right? So I kind of took a side detour there, and then we'll head up by where the fast travel station is, because there's an iron deposit literally right next to it. And then, yeah, don't be shy when it comes to even just grabbing, especially if you're working on upgrading your mining level. Just mine rocks, right? You can go and do the first level craft for the rocks and sell stone pretty, there's a lot of people, higher level people don't want to go and mine stone, right? So I'll mine stone and sell it at the trading center, and make decent money on it, right? So there's usually at least 2, there might be 3 deposits there. I might have missed one or wasn't spawned yet. The next one's going to be up here. I'm going to drop a marker on it where I'm used to grabbing it. We'll deal with a couple of these animals here. And then, yeah, just all along this route, yeah, there's a dragon, what she have you, right? Dragon glory. I don't have all of the names memorized, guys. Oh, okay, here it is. I was a little bit off on where I dropped my marker. 25 meters. That's pretty close, right? It's pretty good. So there's that one. And like I said, once you kind of get, once you've watched through here to kind of see where each of these deposits are, then you could probably just use my makeshift poop emoji map from the beginning and just, look at that every time you need it, right? If you wanted to go and just get all the iron deposits. So I dropped another marker. We'll make our way up that way. Like I said, normally when I'm doing this myself, I'm killing all these animals and grabbing all of their, meats and skins, and, either crafting them up myself and selling them, or using them, or just selling them, right? 'Cause it's usually worth it. So there is another deposit somewhere right in here that that must not be spawned right now. Yeah, I think it's to my left a little bit, right? I'm going to mine this rock. ADD's kicking in. All right, yeah, I think that one, somebody must have mined it. It's right there. Like I said, these are hard to see with this, these plants, with this vegetation here. They're kind of tough to see if they've been mined already, right? So we'll move down the hill here. There's a couple of iron deposits as well as the weirdwood trees here. A lot of times, if this server is busy, right, if a lot of people are on, like these are one of the first things I see that people have like chopped down these trees, right? But there are a couple of iron veins right as you come down in here. And then along the outside ridge where the rocks are, there's more iron along here. So at least two more deposits there. And then I keep running around the outside because there's at least one or two more deposits here, right? So these have all already been mined, right? These are some of the ones that are almost always gone. Yeah, there's 3 there. So there's on the mini map where you can see where we are, or on the map. And then, yeah, the weirdwood trees are here, right? So if you're interested in those, if they're, like I said, like if they're available, I grab them myself. I won't sit here and make you watch me chop them all down, but so we'll run back up. I'm going to see if that first deposit that was at the top of this hill is back or not. But yeah, like when I do like supply runs like this, when I do material runs, I'm almost always grabbing anything and everything that I can get my hands on here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Right, sweet. Yeah, so this way it just either I missed it or it wasn't spawned, right? But those are hard to see, right? So it's right there. My marker was in a pretty good spot, right? But yeah, those are tough to see if they've been mined just because of all the grass and stuff, right? So next we're gonna go into the bear cave. There's some good stuff in there. Obviously, kill the bear too, and take his skins. Like I said, I'm trying to up my life staff, so I'm just using weapons since these guys are all lower level than what I'm at, right? I'm just using weapons that I need to upgrade, right? But we'll grab him for the hide. There's a silver vein in the back here. I think this one was lodestone that somebody already grabbed, right? So normally I'd grab that. And then there's some saltpeter. There's at least 1 or 2 deposits of saltpeter in here. And then I always grab the stockpile stuff, right? Like that's going to have crafting materials that you're going to need. And we'll blow up the powder keg and get out here. And then right outside, when you get outside here, there's a bunch of silver and gold. So I take a left here and climb up this rock. There's a gold vein right on the edge here. So I'm going to grab the gold vein. Like I said, if you're not high enough mining level to grab some of these higher materials, then do the iron, go around, do the iron, and then also grab a bunch of rock too. And then you can always just sell the rock because there's people that are just lazy and don't want to mine rock, but they need it for whatever. And so you can just sell it at the trading hall. Gold vein there. And then a third one over here. And then down below, there's a couple of supply caches, as well as, I think, another 3 silver veins here. So we may actually end up with more silver, right? So this route's good for, yeah, lodestone, iron, silver, and gold. I wouldn't say, and then, you got the weirdwood trees, they're there. And then there is like 1 or 2 star metal deposits too, but I have if you're interested in star metal, check out my other videos on that, because there's much better areas for getting star metal, right? But we'll deal with these couple of enemies, and then I'm going to grab the supply cache here. And then there's some iron just off this little ledge here. These are a couple of hidden deposits that people miss a lot, but you can see they are mined already, so somebody did grab those. But yeah, there's 2 or 3 right there, and normally, like, I've totally skipped them before, just because I don't see them as you run over the ridge there. I'll go and grab these gold veins, and then, so if the gold is here, I grab it right away. If not, there's a couple of more iron deposits off around the corner to the right over here, and I'll grab those. But yeah, you can kind of see where we are on the, the rocks or the mountain, right, as we grab that gold. But yeah, so like those, I don't know if they're just, they stand out so much that somebody always gets them, right? We were lucky there, nobody had picked them up. Or maybe they take a long time to respawn, but it's kind of rare that I see those, right? If there's lots of people around, they're almost always gone. But yeah, there's more iron up here. and then another deposit tucked away in the corner right between the grass and the rock here. So we'll grab this one, but yeah, somebody had already mined the other one. So I'll show you again on the map where we're at for that one. All right, and then I'm going to go back. Right, so you could grab these iron chunks first and then go get the gold, but like I said, like that gold goes quick. If somebody sees it, they run right for it. So I usually just grab if I see it available, I grab it, right? So we're walking past it again here, and then I'll just go, just keep following this ridge down here. The wolf den, you can get into the wolf den down to our left there, but I skip it for now. We'll circle back and go into it because we're gonna get these other deposits here. So here's where the star metal is, right? So if you once we do this full route, you can go back to in the beginning of the video, right, where I put my poop emoji map, right, and you could see where each thing is. But yeah, 3 silver veins here. That's right, so if you can't mine the star metal yet, grab the silver if you can. Otherwise, you could skip the silver and just go for iron and stone even. And then there's more silver down here. I always forget like exactly where each deposit is. I can't remember if there's 2 or 3 here. So there's at least these 2, so we'll grab these. Thought maybe there was one more, but there must not be. So then, yeah, just keep moving left towards the wolf den here. And yeah, like I said, like normally what I would do is I sit here and collect all of these wolf skins and just skip for the rawhide. But I'm skipping most of them just for the sake of the video here. Silver right at the outside of the wolf den. And then you could either go into the wolf den or you could go down, right? I'm gonna do both here. But down below the wolf den, there's even more silver down there. So I'm going to quick go and show you where that is and grab that really quick. We'll skip that guy. Right, so on these rocks here, there's at least 2 more deposits of silver. So I'm going to grab these, and then we'll go back up into the wolf den. There's almost always good stuff. I thought there was one more. I'm going to show you where this is on the map too. So that's where we're at right now. Right, so we're almost back to where we started already. But yeah, we'll go back up into the wolf den. See if I can skip having to kill some of these guys. Take him out just because he's going to be in the way. But yeah, in like wolf dens and like bear caves and stuff like that, there's almost always a couple of deposits of something. So yeah, we'll go in here, and like I said, like this is just like a paradise for getting rawhide. But so normally I would grab all that, but there's 3 silver veins here. There's more in the back of this area, in the back of this den. And then there's at least 2 or 3 of these like saltpeter deposits. So I would grab those too. Even if you don't like, if you don't need the salt, right? There's one there too. Somebody already got it. If you don't need the, then grab the stockpile, right? If you don't need the salt, you can always just sell it, right? And then there's a gold vein here. People miss this one quite a bit, right? In between the like 2 sections of the like wolf den, there's a nice big gold vein here. So we'll grab that, and then yeah, grab the stockpile stuff, right? That's always gonna drop stuff either. If you get armor that you don't need, you can always salvage it or whatever. And then, but yeah, a lot of times you get crafting materials like, sandpaper and sand, whatever that you need for, crafting up ore and wood and rocks, right? Then walk up this little, this wood post here. There's a couple more silver deposits in here if you can walk across these. You can get one here, and then there's one just up behind me, so we'll spam jump up the rocks here and grab this silver vein here. And then that's going to be it for this wolf den. Like I said, like look around if you're interested in like the salt or something, right? I think there's at least a couple more deposits of the salt, and then make sure you grab the caches, right? The little chests for all the crafting stuff. And then, so that's where we're at on the map. I'm going to grab this dank fur wolf, right? Alright, this guy's going to chase us. I think there's one more iron deposit on our way out. Yep, there it is. I can see it in front of us here. There's one last one that we didn't make a stop at. Let's see if we can get there before this guy does. He seems more interested in trying to chop me up. Hello there. So we'll grab these. Like I said, if there, there's at least 2 there, but there's potential for 3. And then now we're close to back where we started. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually go back. Let's go back to where we started, right? So the first time I walked around this rock here, this time I'm gonna go to the inside of it. We'll go to the left. So I think this one that we see right up here, this was probably the second one that we grabbed in the beginning of the video, and it's already spawned back, right? So like I said, like what I like to do is like just kind of dinker around, mine and harvest anything and everything in the area, and then we just focus on the iron when it's available. And then by the time you circle back and back to where we started here, these have already spawned back. Now, so this is the very first one that we did in the very beginning of the video, right? So yeah, and so then that's where we are on the map again, right? So that's exactly where we started, is right there, right? So yeah, so like if you, and this area for mining has been pretty popular, right? So, yeah, depending on what time of day you're on. But yeah, this was kind of our haul for what we just did, right? So we got a lot of jewels as well. I don't think we saw any of those. I might have had some of those, but yeah, these regents, right? Like, so the obsidian sandpaper and obsidian flux, right? You need a lot of those for crafting, like for woodworking and smelting, right? So you can see we got 1,116 iron, 1,100 ore for silver, 469 gold ore. We got some void metal. Some of that void metal might just be because of the pickaxe that we have. Right, we have a little bit higher chance for more rare stuff. And then there was lodestone. That's just from the one lodestone. And then the weird wood too, right? I only chopped one weird wood tree, right? But I'll show you my pickaxe, right? So I do have a higher level pickaxe right now. That has what you want is the mining efficiency, the mining yield, and the mining luck. I think are the kind of the 3 biggest things that you want to go for on those. I'm not sure if there's something else that is kind of the perfect roll or not, right? But those are the 3 that I typically look for. But yeah, so well, I'm gonna mine this last one here, and then we are going to start heading back to the camp. So that's going to be our video for the day, guys. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, like make sure to like leave a bookmark or like on this video, and then that way you can go and at the beginning of the video, you can just, once you get used to the route or where all the iron ore deposits are, right, you can use my poop emoji map to kind of help guide you through the area. And then, yeah, then you're set, right? So like I said, this is a popular area. So, if your server's busy, I think I was on during a less busy time, right? Try some other areas. I will, of course, be hunting some other areas, and we'll put some more videos out on iron farming when I find my other favorite areas to go to. But yeah, make sure you're following the channel, guys. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.